Hello everyone, I'm Miss Susan and welcome to another edition of Book Recommendations for Children and Teens. All the books that I'm recommending today you can get on the Cape May County Library's digital website, Hoopla, and Overdrive/Libby at www.cmclibrary.org. For each book that I'm recommending, I'm going to tell you the genre of the book as well as the recommended grade level, age range, and guided reading level. The first book that I'm recommending today is a juvenile picture book. It's called The Pain and the Great One, and it's by Judy Blume. Judy Blume's written several children's books. She's a very popular children's book author. And this is certainly one of the favorites written by her. It's a story about sibling rivalry told in two parts. One part from the sister's point of view and one part from a brother's point of view. And each of the siblings complain about each other. That's something new, right? And do you have anybody in your family that does this, that complains about their siblings? Well, the first half of the book is called The Pain. Let's see if I can find it here. The Pain. And this part of the book is told from the 8-year-old sister's point of view. She's complaining about her younger brother, who is a pain. And she gives all the reasons why her brother's a pain. The second half of the book is called, obviously, The Great One. And this is where the younger brother, who is 6, explains why he considers his older sister the Great One. Did I mention that each of the siblings also state who they think is best loved by their parents? I bet you can't guess who that is. This is also the first book of a series, the Pain and the Great One series. This is a picture book. The other books in the series are a little meatier. One of them, the first one's called Soupy Saturdays with the Pain and the Great One. The second one in the series is called The Cool Zone with the Pain and the Great One. And the third book of the series following this book is Going, Going, Gone with the Pain and the Great One. This book is for ages preschool through 5th grade. Grades preschool through 5th grade, ages 4 through 10, and it's a guided reading level N, and it's on Libby, the Overdrive account, and it's an ebook on Libby. Okay, so that's my first book recommendation. The second book recommendation is The Other Side, and it's written by Jacqueline Woodson. She's an amazing, talented author. This author has won the 2018-2019 National Ambassador for Young Children, Children's Literature. She was the author for that. And this book has won many, many awards. It's a juvenile realistic fiction, kind of historical picture book. It provides a symbolic view of segregation in a small town. And this book is really showing how two girls, Clover, this is Clover, and this is Annie, the other girl, and how they overcome the division of a fence that divides the African American community with the rest of the town. Even though their parents warn the girls to stay away from the other side of the fence, the girls find a way to connect without crossing the fence. They end up actually sitting on top of the fence and building a friendship. So they get around their parents' rules. Wow, you know, how powerful that kids can find a way to make the world better, find a way to change the world. That's what this book really is about, is, you know, how kids come up with really getting beyond what sometimes seems narrow-mindedness of rules that are in society. This book is a real conversation starter. It reminds us of what is right and maybe not quite right in the world. And it also reminds us that we have the power to make things better. The pictures and the way the book is written is just really wonderful. This book is for grades 1 through 8, ages 6 through 13. It's a guided reading level M. Again, the themes are friendship, making friends, acceptance, and segregation. It can be found on Hoopla as an audiobook and a movie. Okay, so great book. I would highly recommend this read. My third and final book of today's video recommendations is called Rules by Cynthia Lord. And as you can see, Rules has won some awards. This book was the Newbery Honor Book winner, and it's also a Schneider Family Book Award winner. It's a juvenile realistic fiction novel, and it's very touching look at the life of a 12-year-old girl named Catherine. Okay. Well, Catherine, which you should know a little bit about Catherine, she is actually going to be the one who's telling the story. So it's told from Catherine's perspective. And Catherine has an 8-year-old brother named David who's autistic. So it's Catherine and David in the family. Catherine's older, and she's got a younger brother who's autistic named David. And Catherine's trying to deal with a lot of different things in this book, particularly finding a place in a family where everything in the family seems to be revolved around David and David's needs for development and for comfort. It seems to be all about David. And also she's got some conflicting feelings of emotions about David. I mean, she loves David. He's her brother, right? But she's also kind of resentful of David because of, you know, everything that he's demanding and how her life is so different. So these conflicting emotions really come to play in this story regarding her autistic brother and her love for him, and yet her frustration with him, I should say. And Catherine also kind of wishes for a normal life, not the kind of life that they have, which is all focused on rules, hence the title, Rules, right? Rules are mostly for her brother, like when the bathroom door is shut, you don't open it, or when you're out in public, you don't take off your pants, you know, these kind of rules. So she has to teach her brother these rules, and she has to keep reminding her brother about these rules. So it's kind of a humorous and heartwarming story, you know, because of the rules and what happens as this family is out and about. But one summer, Catherine comes across and meets this paraplegic named Jason, and a new neighbor moves into the neighborhood, a little girl named Christy. And everything sort of changes about what Catherine is believing now. What is exactly the normal, and everything she yearned for, you know, is it really something that she wants? So you have to read the story to find out, you know, what happens with Catherine and David at the end. But it's definitely a great novel about feeling different and finding acceptance. And it's written for grades 6 through 8, ages 11 through 13. It's a guided reading level R. And this particular book can be found on the Overdrive/Libby account as an ebook. So that's my third book recommendation and final recommendations for this video. In order to get these books today, digitally, you will need your library card before going to www.cmclibrary.org. Once you get your library card in hand and you go onto the website, you'll see on the right-hand side the word menu and 3 little lines. That's a hamburger menu. Just click on those 3 lines. They'll bring up the next page right in the middle. It says borrow. Go ahead and click on borrow, and that'll bring up all the different ways you can borrow. Go down ebooks, click on ebooks, and that'll bring up the Hoopla and the Overdrive/Libby digital platforms. You can go right through there. If you don't have a library card, not a problem. Just go on our website at www.cmclibrary.org And when you pull up the website, right in the middle, there's a little rectangle. It says get your library card here. Click on that rectangle and ask for you to fill out a little bit of information. If you had a library card but lost it, that's not a problem either. Just email us at reference@cmclibrary.org and somebody will contact you to help you out. One more thing I want to remind you before I end the video is every summer we do a summer reading club. And this year it's going to be a virtual summer reading club. So if you haven't already registered for our virtual summer reading club, you can do so very easily by visiting our website and clicking on the kids icon. You can go on at the bottom of the page and there's the word beanstalk, beanstack. So you want to click on beanstack. It kind of looks like a leaf that's a little bit heart-shaped. So you see the word beanstack and the leaf. Click on that and you can go ahead and register yourself to be part of our summer reading club. Our first virtual summer reading club event is starting very soon. On June 29th, we'll be virtual science tellers. We're so excited about all of our virtual summer reading club events, and we know you're going to love them, so please get yourself registered so that you can participate and enjoy all that we're going to be offering online. I hope you enjoyed my video recommendations today, and I want to thank you, and I hope that you look for more video recommendations to come along soon. See you next time.